What's up, CNN Geekers? It's your boy Glenn Below coming to get another video. Listen, it's been a long time coming. We've been on a huge hiatus and we apologize. It's just con season is back in action. So we have a lot of different things we're actually doing, but we want to make sure we bring this show to you. That's right. It's All the MCU or Not video podcast where we talk about all the latest and up-to-date news when it comes to Marvel, where we're going to review Ms.Marvel. We're going to spend time with actually with you. We're going to talk about the Thunderbolts. We're going to talk about some of the trailers that show the Midnight Suns. We got a lot of different things we're actually going to break down with you today as well. So stay tuned for a lot of things coming. You want to make sure you stay locked for this show. I'm going to enjoy myself. I hope you enjoy yourself too, but make sure you stay tuned for this show. Right. Oh, cut that. No, I'm kidding. I got the background wrong. That was from Justin the Kid show. There's the background right. I was trying to do something different today. That kind of actually didn't flow the way I actually thought it actually flowed. It sucks, but it's okay. We're going to actually get everything worked out today. I'm your main man here, the host for the show. I'm playing. Everything is just going crazy right now. Can I hear myself talking? No, I can't hear myself talking. Listen, so we got some really cool things today. I have a bunch of actually co-hosts with me today, so I make sure want to actually introduce them. But I got the guy that always actually hangs out with me, no matter what it is, no time or a day or a night or a fall. That doesn't make sense. You're my right, your left. My main man, Tony. He does a show, by the way, the Pod Guys Podcast. He does it every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All you gotta do is look up his name. What's up, Tony? What's happening?
What's up? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How have you been, Tony? I already said he looks a little older. I gotta say, Tony looked like a little bit older today, right? He must have put on his powder.
He put his powder on worn today. Down.
Right.
I know, I'm a little dark today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the different lighting, if it's something going on with the camera. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the dark shirt. It's the Hulk.
Yeah, it's that gunk you be drinking all the time. Yeah, get off of it, okay?
I gotta lay off the tea.
Lay off the tea. Then he got some in his hand, right?
That's not real tea.
It's not real tea. It's Lipton iced tea peach.
Sponsored by Limpkin. All right, look below me, my left, your right. He does actually a fantastic job with panels. If you got a chance, you should have got a chance to see him at MobiCon this past 2 weekends ago, right?
Yep.
They actually held it down with all the actually fun shenanigans. By the way, they're possibly moving that date up, so then Josh can come hang out at MomoCon too as well. So I know you actually like that too as well, right? But my main man Josh, what's happening, brother? What's good?
Hey, what's going on, Glenn?
Yeah, he's been. I was waiting on him, kind of, right? We were just actually shooting the shit about Buzz Lightyear. But anyways, Josh, how'd you like yourself at MobiCon there, Josh? How was it?
MobiCon was good. It was good. You know, the attendance wasn't quite what it used to be, but I mean, you know, they're slowly building back up after COVID. So
I hear you. Was vice versa. I've heard they actually had double what they expected to be there.
Oh yeah,
I think Saturday was crazy, wasn't it?
But it's not up to full speed yet. Saturday was crazy. There was a lot of cosplayers. It was an excellent cosplay competition.
That's awesome. So then we have a newcomer actually to the show. To my right, your left, right? We met at MobiCon, which I was there too. By the way, MobiCon was dope as hell. So if anybody got a chance to check this out, we actually had a fun time with actually a lot of our actual panels. I need to make sure I get some of those videos up. I couldn't get to the vendor room because there was so much going on, right? It sucked. But I did get a chance to meet him. We actually going to do some collaborations together. He's trying to get into some things that we've been doing for a long time. So I want to help him out. But so I'm gonna let him actually do his own introduction. I'm not gonna take his thunder away from him. So you have the floor there, sir. Let me actually put you on spotlight. Hold on.
Okay.
Boom.
A moment in the spotlight. If you know, you know. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy JB of JB versus the World. You know, I'm here, first time. Not gonna be the last time. Really excited to be here. I really appreciate the invite. And do I plug now or do I plug later? Do I plug later?
Whenever you want to, bro. It's okay.
I'm gonna do it right now. So
I do the same plugs. I think. And then Tony does. Look, Tony does dirty shade plugs all the time himself. So you're fine. Go ahead. Put it on him.
Fine. If you want to get into it with me, YouTube, JB versus the World, same thing with Facebook and on Instagram. And if you want to holler at me on Twitter, it's JBV the World, because verse was just too long for Twitter. And you can find me on my central hub at JBVersusTheWorld.com. And I'm ready to get into talking about some Ms.Marvel today.
All right, cool. Let me get you off the spotlight because your time is up. There you go. Boom.
First one's free.
Always
right. First one's free, right? First one's free. Tony, no, he pays his dues. No, I'm kidding.
You can't expose me to that and then take it away like that.
I know, man. I know. It's crazy.
Unspeakable
so
things.
we got somebody else coming through. John's probably coming through a little bit late. But by the way, if you haven't noticed, we actually have a Discord. Make sure you come out and check us out. We have a lot of actually Marvel conversation. I meant to actually put when I was watching Ms.Marvel to have a live chat in our Discord so we can actually have a conversation, talk about it. So we will do that. And also, too, we're going to put something for Star Wars, too, because I really want to talk to some people for Obi-Wan. So if you want to actually come in and talk with us, have conversation with us when it comes to Obi-Wan or when it comes to Marvel, whatever you actually want to, we're going to make sure you do that. And I got to get Tony to do the live show with me, man. He tripping. You know, we need to do an after show, right? The after show, right? Of Ms.Marvel. Of Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan when it come out. Exactly.
Obi-Wan has been lit.
It has been. I really enjoy it. Josh, you been watching Obi-Wan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Okay,
cool.
Nerd if you haven't watched some Obi-Wan.
I know, right? I know. And my son actually been watching it with me. So he's not really a Star Wars dude, but he actually likes watching Obi-Wan, which I'm really surprised. I'm talking about middle child, which I'm really surprised. But moving on, I digress. Gotta get right into the topic. This week we had a show launch that we've been actually waiting on for a very long time.
Oh, have we?
As well, there go Tony again, right? I'm not going to say yes, because the reason why I've been waiting on this show a very long time is because this is supposed to correlate to the movie that we get next year. So this is why we've actually been super excited about getting a chance to see this character, because it's going to bring us more details into the Marvels, right? Marvelous or Marvels, right? That's what we call it. The Marvels, yeah. So we get a chance to see the Marvels or post what pre-Marvels was happening anyways. But we got a chance to see Kamala Khan in her suit in action. First of all, before I get down into it, if you don't know, if you remember the old CW days, Smallville, this is what reminds me of that, but with a lot more color, a lot more attitude, and a little more fun, right? But if you've seen Smallville season 1, you take that and you put some fun and interactive with it. That's what you got, Ms.Marvel with Kamala Khan. I don't know.
It's got a lot more funding
with no Remy Zero.
Yeah, the budget was a lot higher. The budget
was a lot higher, right? Yeah, a little more things, right? But I have to say though, it was very interesting. I really do like the dad. I don't know about the brother, but I thought it was really cool how he came. By the way, this is a spoiler conversation. So if you haven't got a chance to see it, you can leave, come back. You can sit down and talk with whatever actually works best for you. But this is a spoiler conversation. So let's start with off, right? Let's start this off, right? So I'm gonna give Tony. You want me to go with you last or first?
I'll go last.
Okay, because I figured
I always figured like I have something else to say, but I think a lot of this are going to be on the same wavelength as far as where it's going.
So JV, tell us, what did you think about the first episode? So we're going to do this good, the bad, the ugly, right? That we normally do for a lot of extra our movies, our TV shows. So what? Because it helps us actually keep things kind of structured, right? So out of this episode, what was ugly for you? Like, what did you not like when it comes to this episode?
All right. I wouldn't call it necessarily ugly, but I would say a little bit sketch. And I would say that sketch thing is, I'm not sure, because everything that we've gotten up to this point was built up to an end game. Phase 4 has been about change and the tonal shift in the MCU and them trying to refigure things out. And this is the lightest tone we've gotten in any MCU thing in a long time. It's fun, it's light, it's airy, it's very upbeat, and it's like, where are you going with this? Because you can't keep this up forever, like in the tone that you've set. And I'm not sure, based on this one episode, if they'll be able to take that tone and maintain it through the story they're trying to tell, or if they're going to toss it out the window and go typical MCU, darker, sky beams, all that other crap that they usually do.
So, all right. So it was sketchy because you don't know. So this is kind of the ugly thing for you, is that you don't necessarily know where they're going to take where they're taking the series to, right? That's what you said. The ugly part for you.
Yeah, it's like everything that we've got an Eternal halfway sticking up the Indian. You got an Evangelion in the Indian Ocean right now, just chilling. You got a new Captain America. Tony Stark just died. Spider-Man's there, but nobody knows who he is. And Doctor Strange is out there.
Doctor Strange. Hold on. Doctor Strange, and they showed you in Midnight. Multitude of Madness that he knows who Spider-Man is, as well as Wong. Both of them know who Spider-Man is. He made that announcement. He asked.
Yeah, they know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah,
they know who Spider-Man
They know who it is. They know who it is. Yeah.
Well, they know Spider-Man, not necessarily who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess
they know Spider-Man. They don't know Peter Parker.
Right.
Okay. They haven't said they know Peter Parker.
Who's Peter Parker?
Exactly.
No idea.
Are you eating a stick or a dog treat or what is it?
No, that's the coffee stick. That's actually really good. I forget what they call it.
Pure Lanes or something?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're actually good. You know, Tony likes it.
That was something for your Parker. The Parker. Anyways, the point is with my ugly.
But yeah,
my ugly is basically just the light airy tone, which is nice.
And it won't say anything.
Ultimately, my ugly is for the light and airy tone of the series, which is nice and is refreshing. It's how can you keep this up? Because you got to tell me a story. You got to get beginning, middle, and end. And if you're going to introduce a serious threat, if you're going to try to convince me and sell me that this character is worth following going forward, I'm not sure if this is the tone that you want to do it, and it's a tone that you can maintain. So that's my ugly.
All right, cool. So Josh, what you got, man?
Oh man, this show is just an onion waiting to be unpeeled, man. You know, they set it down in front of you.
Wait, Josh, what is your ugly, man? What's your ugly of the show? You don't have it? I'm just saying,
like the ugly of the show really honestly, it fits into the show. It's just my ugly of the show is how they were kind of building up how awesome the suit was going to be. And, you know, you saw photos and leaked images of, like, you know, her in like the legit suit, right?
Oh, okay. And the Captain Marvel suit.
Okay. Yeah, and then she comes out with a cardboard Captain Marvel helmet. So
it's cosplay, bro. Like,
it's cosplay.
I have to say, like, I enjoyed the whippiness of the cosplay that actually have, where you have to have somebody who help create, like, commission the suit and make the suit, something like that. I thought it was pretty neat for what they're going on.
Here's my thing: the person that was helping her fix the suit, he's done made like an Alexa type deal that automatically, you know, turns off your lights and turns on your TV and all that kind of stuff. And he's made, like, you know, LED gloves and stuff. But then they come out with a cardboard helmet. He didn't have time to do anything for that helmet.
Okay.
And he really didn't have time to do his own costume. He just threw a lab coat on.
Okay.
He's an evil scientist. He's Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to be. Evil scientist. All right, Tony, it's on you, bro.
All right. So my ugly for this particular show is the show itself. And not necessarily the entirety, but like most of the childlike innocence that is put in the show, I can't take seriously at all. None of it. And especially when they introduce it like freaking Captain Underpants. Like,
oh, man, I didn't know I had that.
I'm not even lying. Am I lying that it came off straight as Captain Underpants?
It kind of did. It kind of did.
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
But I mean,
are you freaking kidding me?
It's a 15-year-old kid with ADHD. So
yeah, in the
that's
very
how the
beginning,
mind works.
I was like, man, this is Captain Underpants meets Marvel. Here it is. And then the portions that you guys have talked about, as far as the direction of the particular show, there's no direction, like zero direction from the very beginning. And the only thing that actually gave any direction was the cutscene at the very, very end. And that just threw up like a little warning thing of like, here I am. But I feel like the writing in the first, and this is just my personal opinion, I think the writing in this whole series is taking a very nonchalant entrance into the character. And the only reason why I say that is because they should have built on the particular character. They should have built on the powers. They should have built on the bracelet. And I think they missed their mark. They entirely missed their mark off the bracelet. Just when she said that Nona or whatever the heck her name was.
Her grandmother.
Yeah, the grandma had this bracelet at one point in time, threw it into a box to give to Goodwill, and apparently has superpowers.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of people in the Marvel universe that have had superpowers in the past before Iron Man. We just haven't found out about it until the TV show comes out.
That's true. Black Panther was Black Panther 10 years before Iron Man announced to the world.
And you got what's the name of
Black Panther was passed down from generation to generation for 1,000 years.
And you have
I meant T'Challa. I meant T'Challa specifically.
You have Captain America too as well, who was black after he got frozen. He was out there before Tony Stark ever became Iron Man 2 as well. Isaac, what is his name? Dang.
Oh, you're talking about Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah
don't forget, Hank Pym was out there doing the work too.
Yeah, Hank Pym was out there in the 60s.
That's correct.
All I'm trying to say is that they tried to fill a 45-minute show with lightheartedness and goofery and a little bit of coming up with a plan in order to go to Comic-Con and try to do something just by messing it all up. And I get that's where they're trying to get. I get that, that's what they were trying to do for the first show. That's cool. But give me background. I like a little background into my characters. I don't feel like it gave enough or led into enough for you to kind of put yourself in that particular character's setting.
Tony. You want too much in the first episode, bro.
No.
I honestly don't think you paid attention when you watched it. Were you watching it with your phone in your face the whole time? I mean,
bro, I think you wanted too much, bro.
There was a lot of character development in that first episode.
Correct. It was the first episode, Tony. Like, what did you want? You wanted to automatically come out having powers and then go back to flashbacks? Josh is saying that
there's too much character too much.
I didn't say there's too much.
Glenn's saying there's not enough.
I said there's
no.
Wait, with you, Tony. Tony, I'm kind of with you.
Wait, hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. My thing is that this is the first episode, Tony. Like you it seems like you really want them to rapid fire what's going on. It's just like Moon Knight, which I don't know if we got a chance to talk about that, but still,
they actually developed her character a lot more than
beautiful.
They did. They showed you the things that she goes through as a high schooler, being bullied, being shamed, going through turmoil, going through puberty, going through adolescence with your parents, them not listening, right? Like they're not listening. Like even they went through the whole household. Correct. Even they went through the whole racial unbiased with a boy versus a girl when it comes to their culture, right? Boys can do whatever they want to, girls can't, right? And so that even went through that. Like
her older brother can do anything he wants and they don't care. When she tries to do something, they're like, no, you're not going to do it. But if you are going to do it, you're going to do it with your father.
I get the cultural reference. I'm just saying that I feel like they could have done it a different way. I feel like they could have introduced powers a different way. And then with them changing the powers overall, I feel like they specifically should have said something more about the powers in general, instead of just going with the power bracelet that's shooting out these cosmic beams out of nowhere.
Well, like I said, you weren't paying too much attention when they were talking about the powers in the family, because the powers, if you
Nona
watch it,
supposedly had something going on.
Yeah, well, listen, if you listen to the mom when they're on their way home, she's talking about how her whole family on the mom's side were a bunch of daydreamers. All they did was, wander and think about stuff.
Sure.
And according to, the way that the bracelet's supposed to work, your imagination is what
Josh, I'm
powers the
stop
bracelet.
you right there, though. What did they not introduce with any of that?
The person with the bracelet to show you the story. We don't know if that's not.
That would have been great. That would have been
okay.
No, they're giving you just a taste. You don't need that in the first episode.
Because they could give you a flashback. She could go into the bracelet and do a flashback. Give it actually.
If you watch it with close captions on, they actually explain to you that it's a hard light construct that's happening. It's like the Green Lantern.
Also, too, right, is that a lot of animes do this, right? So then you can't necessarily say this is what Disney do, right? Animes do the same thing. Case in point, My Hero Academia. Deku gets the powers, then he finds out the other people who have the powers. Same concept, right? So we don't know if they're going to do that now. I'm just saying if they do that,
different. That's a little bit different because the powers in My Hero are part of the setting. 80% of the population has a quirk.
But then also too, though, they're showing you that this power that she has comes from a generation for a very long time. So we're now getting a chance to touch on this power that she has, right?
And I'm kind of sitting in between on this point between both of you because you're right. It is just episode 1, and we do have a ways to go before this is over with and they get time to explain it. But at the same time, I would have liked a little bit more than just the kind of breadcrumbs that they did with
brother.
it.
Preach it.
Like
you make it Tony wet right now. So listen,
they're throwing out breadcrumbs and Tony's just sitting here going,
right.
I'm still hungry.
So Tony, your ugly parts. They did not give enough story in the beginning to represent what
not enough background for the position that they placed throughout the series. Just the way that they're doing it, I feel like they could have added something different to it.
And I was talking about Tony's drink, by the way, nothing else. If anybody wants to know. John, what up, man?
Hi.
I don't have any drinks.
Hey, John. Hey.
Here's John. He's back in action. He's actually another one of our panelists that came to Alabama Comic Con, also went to MobiCon, held it down, did his thug thizzle. John, how you been, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Uh-oh. Josh had a story to tell. He laughed. What story you got to tell, Josh?
I don't have any story to tell.
Off air then. Off air.
What happens at MobiCon stays at MobiCon.
I feel you. So John, man, how you been, bro? You doing good?
Yes.
He's a man of
straight to the point.
Man of many words.
Straight to the point. Listen. So John, all right, we're doing a good, the bad, the ugly on Ms.Marvel, right? So what did you?
All right, we're exiting him off the show.
Get out of here. Go, leave.
I'm not in a position to say if you should stay or you should go yet.
Come back with the next segment. I'm kidding. Okay, so you had all this time. You've had ample amount of time to watch a 45-minute show, bro. When you wake up in the morning, just hit Disney Plus and hit play. It's just that simple.
Yeah, John, if you crouch down a little bit, you become Spider-Man. Did you know that? Look at the background and look at your square there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's actually his head.
Oh, that's nice.
You see it?
Yeah, he's Spider-Man right now. Yeah, exactly. All right, so listen.
All right,
so listen. My ugly part for this is that I have to say, like, I thought it was cute though, but still, like, I didn't like the whole. I think it could have not spent so much time with her in high school. We've seen enough characters in high school. To where I'm okay with if they omitted
all the teen angst, man.
What characters have we seen in high school?
I'm just talking about in general, like superhero characters in general, right? We've gone through this. We've gone through this a long time. Smallville.
6 episodes.
Well, Smallville doesn't count. We're talking about like MCU.
I'm just saying, Spider-Man was in high school, right?
Yeah.
He was in high school, right?
Who?
What else? Kate Bishop. Well, she was in college. Who
We never
else
saw her in college, though.
Exactly.
I mean, Yelena Belova went to the School of Hard Knocks.
I guess
true.
it's really
She did go to a lethal academy.
right. I guess it's the only really
the
person we've
Red
seen
Widow
in high
Academy.
school. But I'm just
we
saying
have a lot
general,
of high school age characters, but we don't necessarily see them in high school all the time.
Correct. I
Like
was just
even
saying,
Cloak and Dagger. They I don't think we ever saw them in high school.
Okay, if you actually talk about Cloak and Dagger, the Runaways, they were in high school.
Runaways.
The Runaways were in high school.
Yeah.
The Runaways
Yeah,
in
they
high
were.
school, right?
I
Yeah, they
think we
definitely were
saw
high
them.
school.
Actually,
Yeah,
Cloak
we
and
saw
Dagger
them in
wasn't.
class.
Cloak and Dagger was in high school because Cloak
It
was
was.
coming. He was playing basketball.
Yeah,
in
he was in high school, private school.
He was
yeah.
high school. He was in
Okay.
private school, right? So we have seen that, right? So I think, like I said, I just think that the whole high school thing, give me a little bit. It could have gave me a little bit less, and use the background story, give us a little bit more, right?
I mean, that's part of being a young character. If you're 0 to 18, you're going to be in schools at some point.
I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it could be a good and a bad thing. That's one of the ugly parts for me, right? So, Josh, what was it bad for you when it comes to the episode, bro?
No, I think I already told mine. Or
Oh
was that
yeah,
the
we're
ugly?
already.
That
on
was
the,
your ugly?
Good. We're on the good. already.
Wait. So
Wait,
everybody
we did the ugly.
explain. We
did
did the
the
uglies.
ugly. Yeah.
So everybody said they're bad. What was your bad?
I didn't say
there, Tony?
bad. I didn't say bad.
What was
we
your
didn't say
bad?
bad. We just said uglies.
What was your bad, JB?
I felt like the writing kind of unraveled a little bit toward the end of the episode. Like I kind of felt like with the way the convention thing went out. I mean, of course, her plan was never going to work according to plan, so I thought that was pretty spot on. But with how everything planned out, with like the bracelet and the powers and the convention literally falling apart, I was like, okay. And her mom, after all the grief she gave her, just gave her a talking to and just kind of just walked out.
She didn't
And
talk to her harshly.
no, right? She just sternly. Passively sternly? I don't know.
Come on,
But it
I
was-
am so disappointed
So
by you.
you think
She
it
was
just
more
you think it
disappointed,
just
I think.
fuzzed out?
I
She
think
was
it just kind of
disappointed.
fizzled out a little bit. They just tried to like get to the finish.
Okay.
It wet
I
farted
can see that.
itself.
I didn't say all that.
All right.
Fizzled out like a wet fart.
Wet farts don't fizzle, Tony. I
we
don't know where you
fizzle.
get that from. It
Maybe
does
his
not.
is?
It's wet. Okay.
I think he's talking about like the snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackle, popped right out.
Something. All right, cool. So what'd you think about it, Josh?
Well, I don't know. I'd really have to think about what a bad would be for the show, because honestly, I liked it. I really did. There's a lot of stuff I can compare it to, and a lot of things that the themes and overall structure. I see they were either inspired or borrowed from other movies and TV shows, but overall, I thought it was pretty good.
All right, cool. Tony?
I'm gonna go with JB and actually say the costume for me was the capper.
I didn't say nothing
led
about
up
the
to so much, man. Yeah, like it led up to so much. It was like a big anticipation.
That
Oh
was
my
me.
god, this is gonna be the best costume ever. Oh my god, you want the best costume ever? And it turned out to be shit. And
I mean,
what?
technically-
The best costume-
Player.
They
you know,
they
the
did
best
have
It was
costume, the
fine.
blonde girl.
they did
it was
have like an
better than
accurate
fine.
costume.
Blonde girl had the better costume.
No, they had an accurate costume, but it was in the daydream.
Yeah.
And on top, wait, hold on. The blonde
That
girl
even
had
looked like crap,
had the OG
The
cosplay
Ms. Marvel.
on. Like,
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
she had the
Ms.
Ms.
Marvel.
Marvel on.
the
She had the
OG Ms.
OG,
Marvel
right?
blonde girl.
That was
was
like,
on
But
point.
I like Camilla Khan's cosplay. Like, I thought it was very creative. I thought old boy did a good job with his techniques and how he put it together. It just reminded me of somebody, a teenager. Like, we see them all the time at conventions.
Mhm.
Yes, we go to about 24 conventions in a year, right? Well, actually, yeah, a little more than that. But anyways, you see kids trying, right? And
Yeah,
like that
of
mimic
course,
to the
of course.
T exactly what they actually do. So
Can I add a little bit more to my bad? Just a
I
little
can't
bit
go
more.
with you on that one, Tony. Yeah, go ahead.
The fact when she was standing on stage with it and she was front and center the way she was, her out of anybody else, and she was the last one and she just kind of scooted there. I understand she's the main character, but that seemed a little bit forced.
Well, that's kind of how it's explained, because when each person got up on stage, they would get in the middle, and
JB,
everybody
high
would,
five.
judge the costume, and then they'd get in line. She was the very last person on stage, so she had to get up there immediately.
Okay.
But wait,
Maybe I
so-
missed that
Yeah,
part.
that was
Maybe I
straight
missed
up
that part.
forced. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. Like it was.
No, it
forced
wasn't forced. You
narrative.
can't. No, you can't. You can't.
No,
say
it was
like
forced,
that.
forced narrative for her to walk out on the stage.
No, it wasn't forced narrative. That's exactly how it
in
happened.
front of everyone else, because nobody does that. Nobody's gonna do that, to be honest.
You sure
Yeah,
about
they
that?
do. Everybody else had the time in the
front
spotlight,
stage.
and they were standing in line waiting to get judged. So she was the very last person, so she had to get up there.
There it is.
Tony, I think you're taking that to an extreme there, dog.
Yeah,
No, it's the JB just said it, man. And I totally agree with him. It was a forced narrative to put her out in front of everyone else, where it was and not necessarily even that she was going to run back to the bathroom in order to get the gloves, but she wasn't even ready to pop on there until she actually popped in at the beginning and was like, boop, pop on the bracelet, and then have something happen.
That's how movie scripts work.
That was weird too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, but I mean, I'm trying to give him a little bit of grace there because it is the first episode.
Yeah.
You got to do something. You got to do it to some standpoint, man. You're again. It goes back to Tony. My saying, I need to make me a shirt saying "You want too much," okay? Because that's what you actually want, Tony. You want too much, okay?
You're asking me what I found wrong with the show, and just giving my opinion and stating, the very obvious of the show. Am I anticipating a great show? Not really. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, man. It's set up for a certain percentage of people at a certain age. Is it more set up for the prime time comic book person who've actually watched the comics?
Tony,
no, it is not.
Tony, listen, Tony. I'm just talking about right now as of this moment. I'm talking about in the bad part right now. You want too much in the bad part. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Like I at the end of the day, I'm not saying overall what you actually doing, right? But
yes, I feel like Tony, like the thing is, like on TV shows like this, things happen for a reason, a certain way, because if they miss the bus or they got a flat tire, the whole show wouldn't have happened. It's just like stuff happens in a certain order for a reason. It moves the story along.
I agree.
But so listen, right? My bad part for it, I don't necessarily. Avengers Con was pretty. Me and Tony had a conversation about Avengers Con. With the whole what do you call it? With the whole Batman and Robin look. Could have been a little bit better, but overall, though,
a lot of laser lights. It's a lot of vivid color. It's
felt like it was like in one room.
It did kind of feel that way, right? But overall,
it's a con floor. The con floor is always crazy like that, especially if you go to the bigger deal ones, like if you're in any kind of Comic-Con, LA Comic-Con.
But it kind of felt like in MomoCon, like a corner of the game room, they just set up shop there. That's just what it kind of felt like. It was like not like a big space where you can go to panels, and it just seemed like it was just one room. Everybody had their station. Everything was just all in one room. It
wasn't like it seemed like it's one of those cons that, no offense to any con out there, right? But it just seemed like it's one of those cons that not necessarily thought out, or it's like I get it was the first year, but it wasn't necessarily
it's the
thought
inaugural
out
year.
Right. I not necessarily thought completely out, and so it seemed a little bit pushed together, right? To the point where in reality, would it be a fun place to go? I don't know, because of how crowded it was. I'm not saying that they made it look like, how some conventions make it look like more than what it is. And I think it's one of those. Like, it made it seem like it was one of those big cons that has a lot of people, but in reality, it wasn't really that many people. So again,
you also got to take into account the setting, because they had the con at Camp Lehigh. Okay. And they were having that main area was inside one of the hangars, and the hangars aren't like super, super huge, but who's to say they didn't have other stuff in other hangars?
I mean, you're true. You're right about that. It just, where they showed that 5-10 minutes that we were in there, it felt pretty small.
I mean, they could have done a better job, because like when in Captain America: The First Avenger, when they went to what was that called, the World's Fair, like it looked wide open, and there was tons of stuff to see that you never got to see. But with this one, it did seem like an enclosed space, but like I said, it's an airplane hangar. I mean
it's cool.
I guess it felt most claustrophobic when her powers went haywire. Well, not haywire, when she she knocked over the thing, and the other thing started falling, and the other thing started falling, and the other thing started falling. Like the whole convention fell apart off of that one thing. Like, how big is the space that one accident caused all that havoc?
Yeah.
That's
Airplane
cool.
hangars aren't that big.
I mean, ultimately, it's a nitpicky thing.
Yeah.
Like nobody really cares for it. It happened. It's a thing. We're gonna move on to the next thing. But while we're nitpicking, it felt small.
It's cool. Like we got to get it going one way or another, right? At the end of the day, right?
At the end of the day.
So that's actually it. So Josh, what was your good part of it, man?
Oh, the
So
whole
you can
thing.
wrap this thing up.
The whole thing. It was good. I like
Here
it.
we go. I got to give this to Tony, man. What was your good part, bro? I need to hear this. What was your good part again?
The credits.
I actually like the Kamala Khan actress, believe it or not.
Oh, that's good. Tony got he's only he actually likes somebody. Okay.
You know what? It's her first acting gig. You got to give her a little bit of, got to give her a little bit. Got to give her a little bit. I thought she did well. She put her lines in well. That's all I really got.
So, all right. JB, what you got?
I don't think this is the first acting gig. It might be the big major one, but I don't think it's the first one. But either way,
she said that on Jimmy Kimmel. So.
Oh, that she said?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because at like Ms.Marvel, like the YouTube, I think there was a video that she talks about a featurette for her. She was like, "This is her first."
She went in
gig.
for her aunt or someone put her in for a WhatsApp roll call thing.
Really?
And she went in and boom, like she was instantly hired up.
Yeah, she was in a couple of short films, but this is her first actual.
Yeah,
but it might be the short films that I'm referenced on, because when they pulled her up and they had a picture, like they had like a whole reel for her, and like we pulling her up, and I'm like, oh, I like this. I like her. And that's ultimately what my good is. I'm with Tony on that. I love her. Like, she is charming. She is excitable. She is very upbeat. She is like, and if you read a Ms.Marvel comic, like she acts like her. Like, and she is such a breath of fresh air when it comes to like that positive young superhero spirit that they're systematically taking away from Spider-Man, like over the course of the MCU to this point.
Yeah, they're just crushing Peter Parker.
Man, bit by bit. Man. Anyways, so between
bit
that
by bit.
and
true.
I spoke to a couple of friends of mine that are Muslim, and they love the representation, and they love how accurate the portrayal is, especially when it comes to the family dynamic and the things that we spoke about earlier with the mother and the father and the brother and the differences between them, and some other minute things. But that attention to detail. I'm always a fan of representation. I feel like everybody should get their shot, and that was one of the most exciting things for me about Ms.Marvel, especially for younger women and for Muslims, wherever you are. So this is for you. Get yours. Enjoy it. She's one of my favorite characters the last 10 years. I love her, and she's bringing it to life.
Man, how do you come back from that, man? That's the question. Josh, what you got, bro?
He brought up a good point. I mean, even just the character of Kamala Khan, that was important to the Muslim community because she was one of the first, big Muslim superheroes that was in the Marvel universe, or really any comic universe.
She predates Simon Bass in DC.
Yeah, the Green Lantern. Yeah. Because honestly, those are the only two that I can think of, other than what's that girl's name on Young Justice?
Halo.
And even still, Halo in the comics was not like that.
No.
Really?
Yeah, they redid a lot of characters for Young Justice.
Interesting.
Wow.
All right. Well, finish breaking it down then. So Joshua, what else? What good part of you overall? You liked everything?
Yeah, I mean, like the overall flavor of the tone of the show was really good. I kind of compare it to how dark the DC universe was at the time when Shazam came out, their Captain Marvel, and that whole movie was extremely lighthearted, mostly because again it was a young character. Even though he was in the body of a full-grown man, with superpowers, he was still a kid.
Right.
You know, so that lighthearted sentiment, you know, I appreciate that, and how, you know, even though everything is extremely dark right now in the MCU, you know, a lot of people are dead, a lot of people came back to life, you know, post snap, all this other kind of stuff. You know, it just shows that the community in general is getting back to basics and, you know, getting life back on track.
Cool.
Because even in the TV show, you didn't really see anybody talking really about the snap or anything like that.
Tony, did you get your love yet? You good? You got your breakdown stuff? You good?
Oh yeah. Where are we good? Yeah.
That guy. But overall, though, fun. You did a great job with that, Marvel. I think that you actually did, giving us the kind of giving us like a real live action of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You gave that with this Kamala Khan. Actually, I don't think I can put that any better with the artistic, with the different animations on the brick wall, all that extra stuff. I think they did amazing job with that. So I really actually say kudos to you guys with that, with the representation too. So overall, though, JB, what would you actually rate the episode? 1 through 5 or 1 through 10? Whatever one you want to do. I'm a 1 through 5 guy. Yeah, 1 through 10 or 1 through 5.
I'm gonna do 1 through 10, and I'm gonna give it a 7.5 for the first episode. I'll give it a 7 to 5.
What you got there, Josh?
No, I'll give it a 7.5, maybe an 8.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, for first episode,
you're a bit all right.
Yeah.
I can't take that away from you.
That's stupid. Tony?
I'm at a 5. I'm at a 5. A solid 5.
A solid 5.
A solid 5.
5.
I'd probably even go 4.5, but I'm gonna go solid 5.
So that's you know what? I'm gonna go 8 just to balance him out.
I could go either way on the show right now, and I'm just very torn as far as you know. We'll see where the series goes, but as of right now, it's a lot of fluff.
It's a lot of fluff in it.
It's a very fluffy show.
Very fluffy show. All right, cool. So with that, so for me, I give it actually a 8 out of. I'm sorry, I give it 4 out of 5. I think it actually did a really good job. My daughter liked it. It couldn't actually done any better than what we saw it today. So it's cool. Comment below, let us know what your thoughts of the show. If you actually liked it, dislike it. John just left. Yeah, I guess he did. If you liked it, dislike it, comment below, let us know what your thoughts are. So we're going to get into a real quick commercial real quick, and then we'll get to some of the actual articles real fast.
Hi. Today we're going to talk about what exactly is Stit'sYard. So Stit'sYard is a live streaming studio in your browser. It allows you to make interactive and engaging shows on platforms like Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And the whole point of Stit'sYard is to make live streaming super simple while still creating a professional show that is a very stable experience. So traditionally, live streaming was pretty expensive. It could cost you thousands of dollars to get a good streaming setup. So StreamYard is what we call a streaming service, meaning most of the work is done on StreamYard's computer rather than your own computer. This allows you to still make a very high quality live stream if you're, say, streaming on your old laptop, as long as you have a good webcam and a solid internet connection. StreamYard lets you do cool stuff like show lower thirds, like the one I'm showing now. It'll also pull in comments from the platform you're streaming to. This is an example of a comment you might show on screen. Instead of the duck there, it would be the picture of the person commenting. You can even do things like overlays, like the StreamYard live show, right? You could make this look however you like. You can also change your brand color. Say your brand color was red. We could make that red. And one of the coolest features is you can even do videos like this.
Now, what happened to John?
Hey,
John's right there.
There he is.
Right. Ow, my ear.
don't worry, it's John. Hey,
Listen, I got it. Come back, John.
everybody, it's John.
Right, come back when you get that's a lot of movement, bro. But make sure you actually click the link
Sorry.
if you actually want to do what we do when it comes to StreamYard, do your video podcast, do extra interviews, whatever it may be. Comment below, let us know your extra thoughts on that one. All right, cool. So the first actual topic at hand, I think I am doing that right. No, it's not working. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, there it is. All right, cool. So we're gonna be real quick with the extra topics because I wasn't gonna spend longer than an hour with the show. So we got 14 minutes to knock out these real fast. Nobody, because I can't actually, it's not coming up. So it's taking a sweet little time. Get rid of some of these extra tabs here. There you go. Should actually do it now. All right, cool. Let's see. Did it work? Yes, it did. This actual article brought to us by Illuminati, right? In Illuminati, we actually have Doctor Strange, Multitude of Madness. This actually movie here is coming home to us in digital form on Disney Plus, June 22nd, and home media is July 26th, right? So we're gonna get a chance for all those people who got a chance to see Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which again is one of the videos or movies that it could have just been called Multiverse of Madness, and we all would have loved it. But we got a chance to see this, and this is coming digital as well as on Disney Plus, and you can actually get it on DVD on July 26th. So, Josh, what do you think, man? Get a chance to watch Doctor Strange again on June 26th. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Anytime I get a chance to watch Doctor Strange again is a good day.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great movie, and I went to go see it in theaters, and I'm itching to watch it again just to see if I can find some stuff in the background that I can pick out. I'm always looking for connections to other movies.
How many times did you go see it in the movies?
I saw it once.
Okay.
But that's only because the only good theater around here is an expensive one. So
I got you. So what you think, JB?
I thought Multiverse of Madness was just good. Like, it wasn't anything super, super special. I was like kind of confused the first time I saw it because I was high on it, but I was like, am I high because it's new and they did stuff, or am I high on it because I really liked it? And I saw it again, and I'm like, oh, I'm high because they did stuff. This story's kind of lacking. And America Chavez was a living MacGuffin. Wanda and Strange are the only characters that got any real development, and it did nothing for almost nobody else. So, yeah, it was good, but I'm good on watching it again.
Okay.
Well, so you and Tony will get along very well. I need to just do the Tony and JB show.
I don't even have to say it anymore. JB just does it. There it is. I mean, I'm not even going to argue with you. I 100% agree with everything you just said. Character development for one particular character was bigger than other ones. Other ones just kind of fell off to the side. So,
I said that as an America Chavez fan.
Yeah.
Like, I love her character. I love her in the comics. She's this big badass powerhouse flying brick type character who's one of the better leaders in Marvel, and her introduction beyond her introduction was the object of people.
Comic accurate.
So,
by the way.
JB, I'm gonna say what I say to Tony.
Yeah, it's
You
not
want too
exactly
much.
comic accurate.
I'm gonna say Tony, like I tell about it. You want too much. What did you want the character when this movie
I
was
wanted
called
nothing. I
Doctor
wanted
Strange
nothing out of American
into the
Chavez.
multiverse of the madness, right?
I
It had to
didn't
do something.
look. I didn't tell them to put America in this movie. They gave me to her.
Yeah.
I'm working
Well,
with what
look,
they gave me. And what they gave me beyond her introduction was she was the flag and capture the flag.
You're saying I ain't asking
Well,
for
that-
or I'm
look.
looking for too much. I'm saying you're not asking for enough.
I mean, the
Man.
power levels of everybody in the MCU right now, you can't expect them to, put America Chavez on top tier status like
I'm about to
Captain
put
Marvel.
these two together.
Because really, her power set in the comics, is a whole lot more than what she can do here.
So look, my thing, man, at the end of the day, right, you can only, like Josh is saying, I'm adding on to this, you only can do so much with the character. Like, she couldn't be the most powerful person because that's not her role right now. She's still trying to figure out her powers. Like they gave you a introduction to a character that doesn't necessarily know how things work. So it kind of gave you an origin story of a character upon other people. So you got to give her a minute. And you might get this leader that you're talking about later on down the road.
All right, let me ask you this.
At the same time, though, you
go ahead.
Like, I see why they're mad, because I'm still mad at Fox about what they did to my boy Bishop.
Ooh.
Bishop was so trash.
Yeah,
we talking about Fox here. Fox never got nothing right.
I'm just saying.
Okay?
Fox,
no, but it doesn't matter.
I guess, like, I'm not asking. I wasn't asking for America to be like the big badass that she is in the comic books right off the gate. But aside from her mom's and her powers coming from fear, tell me anything about her. I rest my case.
That she moves around the different dimensions, been doing that accidentally because she didn't know actually what her powers are. So every time she gets scared, she gets shifted to a different dimension.
That ties to what I said about her powers manifesting when she's scared. Like, she's had to do that because her powers are like that. But other than that, and her mom's, there's nothing much about her.
Well, you got to build on it. Like you said, other characters. Again, this movie is directed by Sam Raimi. Okay, Spider-Man 3. Okay, so you know,
Evil Dead.
I'm gonna throw
I can tell you more about,
because JP is completely right. I feel like and not necessarily Disney, but Marvel likes to introduce characters just to introduce characters, and I feel like they don't happen to give enough.
Do they? Do they though?
They're throwing in a lot of collaboration.
We have something else we need to talk about too, but do they though? Because the next topic we talk about is not really on that tip, right?
They introduced Yelena Belova. They introduced Yelena, and I could tell you more about Yelena just from Black Widow alone. If I take out Hawkeye completely, just Black Widow, and go from there. I can tell you about her.
Word.
Well, they did that to build that character to replace Scarlett Johansson. So, like, you got to actually, if you go to replace somebody, you got to have story to actually apply to it. There's nobody going to replace Chavez. There's nobody replacing her.
She's not here to replace anybody, but she's supposed to be a upcoming, regular character in
Young Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, I could do the same thing about Shang. I could tell you the same thing about Shang-Chi and his sister. She's not even a real comic book character, and I can tell you about her.
Sure.
Well, you had to do a little bit extra to process. So, John, what you think?
This is how it fits in, Glenn, into your next conversation about the Thunderbolts.
It does, but before I do that, see, you jumping the gun, Tony. Again, jumping the gun.
I'm moving along.
John,
the story.
You got to let John talk. He didn't get a chance to talk yet. You just kicked him to the curb.
Did you see the Doctor Strange movie?
No, John, are you excited about getting a chance to see Doctor Strange on June 22nd on Disney Plus? Is the question.
You mean The Wrath of Scarlet Karen? Yeah, sure. I'm all for it. Yeah.
Are you going to watch it again on June 22nd?
Yes, The Wrath of Scarlet Karen. Yeah, I'll watch it again. It was
all right, thank you.
Wrath of Scarlet
I'm excited about it because we're gonna have a Doctor Strange party at my house because my wife hasn't seen it. She's a little pissed that she's a little pissed that she didn't get a chance to see it. So we're gonna have a party and get a chance to see where everybody in my household gets a chance to see it. So I'm excited about June 22nd. What are you? Comment below, let us know what your thoughts are. Are you excited about Doctor Strange coming to actually Disney Plus on June 22nd, as well as digital purchases
coming to Disney Plus,
and the actual hard copy that you can buy, hard copy media, you go buy it on July 26th. Go copy extra copy as well. So now, right? Get into
your manager.
Shifting the story, right? Deadline Extra reports that Marvel made an announcement, a secret announcement, I guess. They made an announcement saying, Josh, look up the director's name, by the way, why he's actually, because I heard you type it on the computer. Yeah, so they made an announcement. We're going to get Thunderbolts, right? A Thunderbolt movie is coming to us. And we all knew that this is coming. Like Tony says, Marvel just throws you characters and you never know what they're going to do with them. You can say the very same thing about all the characters that they've been thrown to us when it comes to the Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah,
so with that being said,
Glenn froze on us.
Oh man!
Oh no!
And there you go. And there you go.
Howie, are you excited? What is it? Yeah. So I froze a little bit. I'm actually next. So John, how excited are you about getting a Thunderbolts movie?
This should be interesting. I mean, I kind of saw that coming when I saw the end credits to Black Widow. I kind of figured that was coming a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they get, what's her name? She's gonna get what she deserved because of her line to Yelena.
Oh, you talking about Val?
John, yeah, Valentine, right?
Yeah, she gonna get hers.
John, you do know the first time we seen her was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Yes, I know this. Okay.
Okay,
She was technically supposed to appear first in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Why you had to
Black Widow was
correct me?
supposed to
Why
come
you
out
had to
first.
correct me, sir?
Because I was hoping you saw Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes,
I was
I did.
I hope John saw what. All
Hey,
right,
you take
cool.
Yes,
forever
I
to watch
did.
TV shows.
Captain Falcon.
Get out of here.
All right, well, good. So, Tony, what you think about us getting the Thunderbolt movie now? Announcement, that is.
I find it exciting to get a C-list character A-list movie.
So Iron Man.
Wait, repeat that again.
Straight up.
Repeat that again. Repeat your saying again.
Well, all of the C-list characters that have now been sitting back behind the scenes, Yelena Belova, Winter Soldier, U.S. Agent, Taskmaster, Baron Zemo, all of these guys in general are supposed to be in the Thunderbolts. And they've been sitting back in the sidelines, for quite a few months, if not a year already. And by the time they actually get to a Thunderbolts movie, which may even be 2 years from now,
it is
because
everything's already planned.
Too late? Is it too little, too late for these C-list characters? And that's exactly what they are: C-list characters. They're not A-list characters. They're not even mid-B, maybe B-list characters.
I would say they're D-list for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it exciting? It's a great concept for a series, and I feel like if they produce it well, it'll be exciting to watch.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? It's
I'm
hard for you to say.
I'm a big bad guy proponent.
So, but my question though is that how are these actually C characters when you have there's possibly again Red Hulk in the Thunderbolts, right? And Red Hulk isn't it?
He just passed away.
But they can digitally enhance the character, right? You can actually make the person character. You can digitally character where he never changes, right? Is Red Hulk a C-list character?
Well, I think they were going to have Ross in there as like the leader of the Thunderbolts, but because they brought what's his name, Abomination back, that they were going to use Abomination instead.
Yeah,
that could work. Actually,
I prefer that.
He's supposed to be in She-Hulk.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, exactly. She is actually. He is in.
He's
there,
getting
right?
a good push.
So, Josh, what you think about Thunderbolts coming to the movie theaters, brother?
I think it's gonna be interesting because what they're trying to do is basically I don't see it as like having C or D list villains or something like that, but it's like a clandestine version of the Avengers. Like it's a dark reflection of each Avenger because each person that's in the Thunderbolts is basically an equivalent of somebody that's in the Avengers.
That's correct. Who is the director again?
The director is going to be Jake Schreier.
So Jake, here's the funny thing, right? And JB, I'm gonna get to you 1 second, okay? But here's the funny thing, right? Is that Jake Schreier, he pitched his idea to do Thunderbolts. Schreier. He pitched this idea to Kevin Feige to use them as a Suicide Squad type group, right? So this is going to be like a Suicide Squad type adventure for them. They're gonna probably go against another bad guy. Now, however, I think the bad guy they should go after would be was it called Powerhouse? What was the name of the bad guy? One of the sub bad guys in Falcon Winter Soldier, who Sharon Carter was? Power Broker. Now it'd be really cool if they go against the Power Broker. I'm just saying, right? I think that'd be a really interesting situation under the circumstances where we actually got a chance to see Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think that'd be a really neat thing, right? So JB, what do you think about actually getting a Thunderbolt movie?
I'm going to go back to something that Josh said, that each of them is a dark reflection of an Avenger. I'd never thought about it that way, which is very accurate, but they are C-list characters. But that's okay. That's okay, because Iron Man once upon a time was a C-list character. I mean, elevation, money, all the way. Elevation money, and there's a void now that the Avengers are gone. There's no team there, and I'm gonna be real. The MCU, they don't make great films like that, but they don't make bad ones. So I'm gonna at least enjoy the crap out of it. I'm gonna have some fun with it. It's gonna be entertaining. There's gonna be something I'm gonna look back on, but oh, that's cool. Like whatever. You're telling me a story. Get the team together. Get them to fight bad guys. Break them up, or get them into the win, or transfer them to the bench. Whatever you're gonna do with it, whatever. I'm gonna go see it anyway. I'm probably gonna enjoy it. It is what it is. It's not gonna suck. I can guarantee that it's almost guaranteed it's not gonna suck.
Yeah, it's really not. Now I'll tell you one thing. If you want them to fight any kind of bad guy or team or whatever, it doesn't even have to be bad guys because they're bad guys. Yeah. Think about this. Right. What if they fight the Defenders?
No.
Bring the Defenders into it.
Because then you have to reintroduce Luke Cage for real, and Daredevil's getting his own show, which is a not reboot.
The thing about it is, if you bring in the actors for Daredevil and the actor for Kingpin and stuff like that, then all the rest of the actors from the shows are still canon.
Well,
Luke Cage is still going to be the same guy.
Unfortunately, I don't think Iron Fist is going to be the same guy.
I mean, they could bring him back as the same guy. They just need to write it better. Because
I think that's one.
Jones got better in the second season.
It was written cool. The second season was really good.
I know, right?
But I don't know about that.
But I think what they want to do, I think they really didn't. What's the character's name? I don't think they represented him.
Danny Rand?
In Iron Fist, Danny Rand. I don't think that person represented Danny Rand very well, right? Everybody else, you can see that as the character, but I don't see that. He was too skinny, bro. Like, he was too skinny, not having any muscle.
I think the character,
skinny, man.
He was so much better in the Defenders and season 2 of Iron Fist than he was in that. I think he was like, he got the role and then he was filming like just a few weeks later.
Yeah.
Like didn't do no martial arts training, just right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
But I mean, the thing about his character is he got in the plane crash and he was what, like 10?
Yeah.
And then he spent the next 15 years or 20 years in a monastery. So,
I get it.
Learning
but if you
kung
look
fu.
at
how slow can you be being vegan?
But if you look at the comic accurate character, right? All the other ones were comic accurate, except for Danny Rand. Like Danny Rand had muscles to him. Like he was a little bit actually stronger than what he was physically. Like you could tell, like he's been in a monastery. Because at monastery, all you do is work out. So there ain't no reason why he have no like 6-pack cut and everything. There was no reason why. Shang-Chi had it, did he not?
Yeah, but he was also eating meat.
Shang-Chi was living in New York.
That's after. Even a young kid, he was still getting
Maybe
it in.
Danny Rand ate a lot of toast.
And he was eating meat.
He was sick.
He had a couple of pasta burgers.
But anyway, if you give the actor ample time to set up for the movie, it'd probably be a lot better. I mean, they could CG some ads on
Iron Fist was out there on that island eating. Iron Fist was on that island in the monastery training for 15 years, eating hamburger helper with no hamburger.
But his counterpart was actually in Iron Man in Iron Fist season 2. His counterpart was actually had more muscle than he did. Why is that?
Yeah, but Shang-Chi was actually like his dad was rich. He got to grow up with it. He got to the training.
No, I'm talking about Steel Serpent.
Steel Serpent. He had whole muscle and stuff like that. He looked better than he did.
Genetics? I don't know.
I hear you. But anyway,
nutrition can you really get up in the mountains?
Nothing on genetics.
Hey, you know what? We should do a throwback. We should do a throwback review on like one of these shows and just talk about it and actually have a throwback session because I know everybody wants to get a chance to talk about it again, especially Daredevil, right? Get a chance to watch those over because they're gonna do something different. I don't know if I really want to go through that long drive, right? Anyways, comment below, let us know what you think about Thunderbolt Ross. Thunderbolt coming to movie. Really want to know your thoughts on that. Let us know so we actually talk about that. All right, cool. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is we got a trailer we're gonna watch that I have not watched. I love to watch these actually live with you guys, as well as my panelists here too as well. Midnight Suns came out with an official actual trailer, right? that I have not got a chance to see. It's 25 minutes long. Okay.
Wait,
So
what?
I'm sorry. It's 2 minutes and 25
I'm about to
seconds long.
That's a movie.
2 minutes and 25
Grab
seconds
your
long,
pillow
right?
and a bunch of popcorn. Let's go.
So here we go. So we get a chance. There's also some things I'm probably gonna get these next week. There's supposed to be some playthrough somewhere, so we get a chance to see some playthroughs next week. But they have a 2 minute and 25-second trailer that we get a chance to watch on top of everything else because it's supposed to come out this year, right? So we're gonna check this out, and then we're gonna see what we're talking about from there. All right.
This world has no hope under your watch.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Surrender your pain to me, and I will make you whole once more. There, my sweet child. Mother won't hurt you.
Mother's hurting him.
Typical Parker luck. I'm gonna need some backup.
So Peter Parker's in this game too?
Magic, Ghost Rider, Blade.
Yo, how many Ghost Riders we got? Is it Spider-Man 2077?
Charlie Karen. Oh,
Oh god. Oh no!
Of course, Doctor Strange.
Counting on you again, old friend. 3, 2, 1. That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
All right, guys. Let me
Okay.
get back screen here, right? So, what do you guys think? So I go with you, JB. So, what do you think about Midnight Suns, including Spider-Man and so? Hey, by the way, Spider-Man gets to show up on Xbox. So, what do you think, JB, about Midnight Sun?
that trailer looks good, but what's that gameplay looking like? Like, it's kind of hard for me to like gauge and invest in what I'm seeing here about a game when I was seeing gameplay. Like the characters, I like the cast, I like what you're showing me, but how's it play?
So, based on what you see so far, would you buy the game?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Josh?
No. Because they don't show you any of the gameplay. They just show you, trailers. I mean, like, the cutscenes. All you see is cutscenes.
Okay.
And Marvel's good for that in their video games.
I don't like games like XCOM, which I think it's going to be kind of like XCOM. I'm not going to play that.
So what is explain for the viewers out there what is XCOM, so you know.
It's a tactical based shooter where you have like a squad of people and you direct them around to different areas and
Kind of like
make them
Marvel
fire and
Alliance.
stuff.
No.
Not really. Marvel
No,
Alliance, you can
yeah.
actually control individual characters.
Yeah.
But this one,
You
you're like,
can switch the characters, right? You don't think you'll be able to switch the characters?
No.
I mean, you can,
No.
but you basically like point and clicking stuff.
Yeah, I mean, XCOM was kind of turn-based,
Yeah, it was
RPG-ish,
turn-based.
kind of like
Mhm.
StarCraft, I want to say. Kind of.
Kind
Like
of.
military StarCraft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think I think it's more Diablo-ish than anything. So Tony, I'm assuming you're agreeing with the panels that you're not gonna buy it either.
Yeah. Big thumbs down. I'm not purchasing until I see something. But the thing is like they just came out with that abomination of a game from Guardians of the Galaxy, which was
like that?
Wait,
person.
It's Abomination too. Most people say they enjoy that game, bro.
Most people like that game.
A lot of people say they love that game.
I'm just repeating what the good old critics put out there. So
no, that's the Avengers that was trash.
Yeah,
just saying you can only control one character at a time instead of a group, and then going into it. So
yeah, they got mad that you can control. So they got mad that you can control Peter Quill, right? That was one of the. But everybody still loves it.
If they happen to go with the same mentality where you're only controlling one particular character, and like Josh said, kind of sending everybody else out to do your dirty work for you while you clean up the mess behind. I think they're looking for a
yeah. If I'm going to play a superhero game, I want to be the superhero. I don't want to sit here and it's like the theme says, master puppets. I don't want to be sitting here, doing this.
Yeah.
With all the characters,
dance puppets.
Yeah.
You know what? One thing I did forget, right? And I feel bad that I forgot about this, is that this is actually out here for Tony right here, right? And then I completely left my my dome for this, right? So I at least want to play this for Tony because this is for him, right? So he has an opportunity to see this, right? Which he's gonna be like, well, damn, hold on a second. I got you, Tony. I got you. Give me a second, okay?
I'm ready.
So this is for him, right? Because I believe he's still doing this right now. He hadn't talked about it in a while, right? Which is a little shocker, right? If I can get to the screen. Hold on. Here we go. Here you go, Tony. This is for you, bro. Okay? This is for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is for you.
Oh, snap.
This is for you. This is the wrong one, but this one's for you, Tony. That's the right one.
A little future revolution. Okay.
Feel the chaos. Bad luck for you. I've spelled your doom.
Future Revolution. Download now.
So, Tony,
is that a cell phone game?
Yeah, Tony, are you still playing that
game? Game? I have not played it. I actually deleted it.
Huh?
I just found it way too repetitive, man. It's a great game if you're gonna probably start out now. But I played it from the very, very beginning, and it just got really, really repetitive trying to level characters. So it's a level grind. You only have a certain amount of different powers, and the storyline is very, very rinse, wash, repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say something French.
Nah.
Rinsoise.
Very
it's very
blasé.
Very blasé. Okay.
It's very blasé. They got into the port with Dormammu. I mean, they lost a lot of fan base, and they just didn't do anything afterwards. It was sad.
Now my son is actually playing. He likes it. Anybody else on the panel playing that right now, or no?
No.
I don't play cell phone games really anymore.
Except for Pokemon Go, I don't play no cell phone games either.
I don't even play Pokemon.
We are right here, brother. We are right here.
Yeah, I don't do.
Did we just become best friends?
I don't do cell phone crap. Yeah.
We're gonna have to age up on our pokey people.
Yeah, the T and JV show. That's what this is. I feel like. Okay, look. Here goes. Last thing. By the way, comment below. Let us know if you actually play Evolution or not. Love to know your thoughts. This is the last one we're gonna talk about here. Right? Is
how are we doing, guys? We're all about to die.
You said this would be a relaxing holiday.
I said it was going to be like a relaxing holiday.
Times like this, we need to come together.
Quite a reunion, huh?
What a classic Thor adventure. Flick. Okay, we should go.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Tickets on sale Monday.
All right, so who's copying their tickets on Monday?
Oh, I'm getting the tickets definitely.
Yeah, Zeus is a pervert. What
Yeah.
idiot.
Hey, he's just a little overzealous.
What a dirty
Oh,
bird.
what's that?
You know,
So,
you can't keep it in
by
your
the
pants.
way, right, JB, what have you thought about all the Thor: Love and Thunder trailers so far?
I feel like I don't want to say the director's name wrong. Taika
Taika
Waititi.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hate getting people's names wrong, but I feel like his inclusion from Ragnarok to this point forward, Thor is a revelation of a character. I feel like he finally found it for him. Like if you're a wrestling fan watching this and you watch wrestling now, it's like with Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief, like that's it. Like I found like with Ragnarok, Thor's found it. He's found his thing. He's found his tone. He's found that balance between goofy, comedic, serious, and just everything he needs to be as a character to be entertaining and successful as a franchise. It's a breath of fresh air. It's going to be entertaining. I'm all about this. I'm all about the Mighty Thor being included. Valkyrie is queen and trying to find the queen. If she wants to do that, I'm all for it. Give me all the things. This might be the most entertaining Marvel movie the rest of this year. I think it's the last. Is it the last one?
Nope. You got Black Panther end of the year.
I thought they pushed that back.
Nope. Black Panther's coming out in it.
The
Nope.
only thing
Black
that
Panther.
didn't get pushed back yet.
Yeah, it's still
Okay,
on schedule.
well-
It's still Black Panther's still on the docket for end of the year in November, I believe. Yeah, still on the docket.
Okay. Well, this still be the most entertaining Marvel thing the rest of the year. So I'm with it. I'm here for it. Put it directly in my veins. I'm not going to buy my tickets on Monday only because with the theater that's right around the corner that's really in the cut, I can walk in day one, first showing, and be cool. So I'm going to do that. But I'm in there day one for sure.
Tony? Tony not
I'm not
Tony
gonna
not gonna buy his
pre-
ticket.
I'm not gonna
No,
pre-buy.
no, Tony don't do that. Tony
I
don't
live
do
in a
that.
pretty solemn neighborhood, man. It's very very quiet, so
Slow
I'm
motion.
not really worried about pre-ordering tickets.
They're just not going to sell out, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Montgomery. So Tony, how have you liked all the trailers so far?
Trailers look great. I think the comic wittiness that Taika Waititi has really brought to the table has really elevated the Thor game, even past the crappy Dark World. Ugh, the unformentioned Thor name. And I feel like it's right where it needs to be, and needs to be fun, witty, and needs to have a little bit of comedic humor. But of course, with the God Butcher, man, I can't wait for that to happen.
Atheist
A lot of
You either die a
things
hero,
have been
you live
coming from
long
behind the
enough to see
scenes,
yourself
so.
become the villain.
Yeah, in this trailer, we actually got to see Gor's sword.
You either die a hero or
You
you
did.
live long enough to be in the MCU.
All black, the Necro sword. Yeah.
I think this movie also proves that with enough prep time, Batman can kill Thor and Superman.
That's funny.
With enough
Anyway.
prep time, Batman can kill anyone.
Yeah.
One
Josh.
thing, yeah.
Oh, go ahead. One thing.
I was just gonna say one thing that trailer, because I haven't seen that trailer yet, but one thing I kind of saw a little bit of is, we're gonna be seeing a couple different pantheons of gods in here, because
Yes.
Gore the God Butcher, he's gonna be butchering some gods. So we've got the Norse gods already established in the MCU. We're seeing the Greek gods now, and judging from just the way that Thor's hair was done up, I kind of feel like they're gonna have like the Chinese pantheon in there, because his hair was kind of done up in like an ancient Chinese kind of thing with the
He kissed one.
The rod through it and everything.
He kisses one.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. In the first trailer.
On the first trailer, he kisses one out. Yeah.
Which one?
Now there's a huge thing even in the background. The large bone structure of the snake-like creature that's kind of just sitting on a mountain range. That is actually a god as well. That I think is the reason why Thor gets involved with the God Butcher. So
was it Jormungandr, the world snake?
Something like that. I don't remember what the name is.
Because I mean that's a Norse thing still, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
so you liked all the trailers so far, Josh?
Oh yeah, I'm interested to see exactly how many pantheons are going to represent in here because, you know, we might even see the Eternals because you know they inspired a lot of stuff like that too.
You mean the New God's Light?
Yes, New God's Light.
That's funny. John, are you gonna go see him first come out? Matter of fact, are you gonna buy your ticket? Is the question.
No, because you and me, we're gonna be in DC that weekend.
Yes. No. Oh, yeah. I go see it Thursday, bro.
Why don't you go see it in DC?
BlurCon. What?
BlurCon? Okay.
Yeah, BlurCon is in BlurCon is that weekend. I'll probably go see that Thursday though.
I might see y'all there.
I probably won't. Yeah. It'll be afterwards because I'll be busy in Atlanta.
Yeah, no,
not Atlanta. I'll be in Columbus.
Getting busy.
Yeah, getting busy.
No, I won't.
That's hilarious. But I will say though, I'm excited about it. I don't have to go get a ticket.
Is the big pile of bones in Love and Thunder. His name is Falagar the Behemoth.
What the hell is that?
Falagar the Behemoth. He is the god of the galactic frontier.
Or was.
Was.
Right. All right, but anyway, so that's the show. We've kind of broke down everything for you guys when it comes to these trailers, these other extra details. So JB, how can people find you, brother?
Well, the people can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at JB versus the World. JB versus spelled out, the world, all one word. Don't mess it up. There's another guy out there like that. You can find me on Twitter at JBV the World because versus was just too long for Twitter. I said that at the beginning. I say it again. And my central hub is jbversustheworld.com.
That's actually pretty dope, man. Definitely actually go check this guy out. He's actually really cool. He does a lot of different things. He's most likely going to probably be on this actual panel more often. So, you coming back, JB? I hope so, right?
Anytime you invite me, I'm down.
Also, too, JB, I definitely need you if you actually want to come through Magic City Con. I definitely going to need you for that because I'm not going to be there. But Josh, you off that weekend?
Last
weekend in June. Last weekend in June.
Let's see. It's weekend after next, right?
Yeah.
24th, 25th, 26th.
Yeah.
I think I am off that weekend.
And Josh gonna be there too. I have a whole crew. Like the whole crew is gonna be here because this is actually make this announcement. This is Magic Con's last convention. They're done after this. Yeah, this is their very last one, and they're completely done with after this. So I want us to come out as big as possible. I have to go to Indiana, so my son has a basketball tournament that weekend, so I got to go. So I'm trying to get all the crew together to actually do it. JB, I believe we will be able to do some interviews, stuff like that too as well. So I'm working on that details too. So you actually be able to get that in that process as well. All right. So, Tony, how can they find you, bro?
You can find me just by looking up my name right here, Tony Kaz. I'm on Facebook. You can Google me. The Pod Guys, PODGUYZ podcast every Monday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
And John, they can find you when? How can they find you, John?
Facebook, I guess.
Okay, right on.
Josh, I don't have
Where do they find all that sexiness, John? Where do they find it?
Josh,
you can't find me. I'm a ghost.
I know, right?
I agree with him.
Eventually I'll have some streaming stuff, up and coming, but until then, I'm not really on any platforms except Facebook.
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook can die if all I care, right? You can find me on Twitter.
Facts.
It's CNA Glenn. Follow me on there. We have some really good conversations. You can find us on our Discord. Just go to CompleteNerdAuthority.com. That's where we actually have all our social platforms. You click on every link to everything we do is on there. So you just click on it and join the Discord as well as everything else. We're live on the Discord right now. So shout out to anybody watching the show. Lastly, make sure that you actually come by. We do this show every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the CNA live show, as well as other pages too as well. And also we do shows Sunday through Saturday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on our show too as well. And I can't wait to Josh. We're trying to give Josh the opportunity to do the show on one of these days if he's off. So we got different talk about it. But yeah, John does it. John does it every Saturday, right? Yeah, rope them right on there. John does it every Saturday. Maybe JB want to jump on the boat too and actually do a show as well. Just talking about 15 minutes of talking about nerd stuff, right?
Let me know.
See, there you go. Now I got me. Look, now I got a new host. No, Tony. No, Tony. No.
Look up that name on Facebook and send me a friend invite.
Yeah, Tony want to get you on the show. Yeah, there you go. We already know how that's gonna work. I get the guest. He get him after it, right? Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, you made his day, boy. You shook his fancy. Anyways, make sure you come by and check us out.
Let's get this going.
Make sure you come by and check us out, man. We got a lot of different things going on. Hey, JV, you might want to come out. You need to come out and check it out. The Lights, Camera, Action show that I used to do that we actually watched all the trailers. So all we did was watch trailers and that's it. And we talk about all kind of trailers, stuff like that. So we might need to work that out too as well. Maybe once a week or something or a little bit after. But we'll talk. But make sure you come by and check us out. What are you about to say?
Oh, nothing. No, we good.
Okay,
Wrap
cool.
it up.
Make sure you check us out. Check us out for extra that. We love you. Take it easy. See you next week. Don't forget, we actually bring the show back. So if you comment used to back in the day, come on back. We'd love to have this conversation with you. 2 fingers.
Complete Nerd Authority. Complete Nerd Authority.